Hello, welcome. I'm your host, Elizibar, and we're going to look at a comic book. But man, look how gray it is out there. Apparently, we're supposed to get snow. Oh, hey, apparently the flash is on. You can see the reflection right there. Well, that'll be handy when we're looking at the comics. So let's look at the comics. What are we looking at today? Here, I got like the complete Mother Russia. When I bought these, I just bought them all together. I mean, why not, right? So let's take a look. Now, the graphic novel, which is right here, we're not really going to look at it, except to look at the cover. I really like the art on the cover. That's why I actually bought it. Saw that art and I'm like, yeah, that's pretty good. In the middle of a zombie apocalypse, a Soviet sniper risks your life to protect something that hasn't been seen in a long time. A baby boy, and he's cute. He's adorable. We're just going to set that off to the side, right there, and look at the floppies. Now, the flash being on doesn't make nearly as much of a difference here, because it's not shiny. It's on newsprint. This is an alternate book. And all through this, I don't know how to put it. I mean, the art's just good. Like, it's stylized. It's not like super detailed, super heroic comic art. It's very indie. But I like it. Almost every panel I like. The look she has on her face, it's excellent. So the story is just what the ad said. Oh yeah, I like where this is printed black and white, so all the ads are black and white in the book too. I understand this is like a cost-keeping or cost-saving measure, but works for me. Having some delicious beans out of a can. Brushing her hair, doing push-ups. Reading, going to bed. Like you see her life. Pick off some zombies. And then the little boy. So, naturally, she's got to go save him before all the zombies eat him. And she does. Boom! She's out the window. The story, like, I guess from some perspective, you could consider it like kind of thin, because it's literally just kill zombies, like up through here. Save boy, kill zombies. There's not a lot going on. I'm going to just show the ads. I really like the ads in these books. But she gets rescued, and I don't think I should show any more out of the first book, because we've only got this many pages left. So let's just kind of maybe skip to the last one. But they get saved. This dude right here shows up. And his dog, Hildy. And they rescue him. Now, she is all like, oh, you have an interesting Russian accent. Yeah, there we go. So her name, as the sniper, Mother Russia. The guy turns out to be German. Boom, we have a confrontation. Cliffhanger, end of issue 1. Nice. Actually, when I was reading these last night, there was some pages in here that I thought had, like, printing errors on them. Flipping through it now, I didn't see them. Because the dialogue bubbles were kind of blurred. Let me see if I can find an example of what I was looking at real quick. I'm going to pause and we'll be right back. Aha! It was here on one of the pages that I skipped, and I don't know how well it shows up. The dialogue bubble here, oh my god, right there, focus on that, is totally, like, blurred just a little bit. The whole page is. It's slightly misprinted. There was one other page in the book that was like this. It's not like it's unreadable or anything, it's just not crisp. Like if I flip back up here, everything is crisp and clean, and then on this page, not so much. You might be able to see it pretty well with the takas here. Like, they're fatter than they should be. Let me see. This is very early in the book. I should be able to find it in the trade. Let me pause again because I got to put my phone down here. Oh, that flash is bright, but you can maybe see here side by side the difference. Like in the graphic novel, that panel is super crisp. Over here, super blurry. And there's only like 2 pages in the comic, and it's only in this issue 1 that have that. So I don't know if that's like let me turn the autofocus back on. I don't know if that's like a well-known thing, or if I just happened to get one that had a little misprint. Either way, I don't care. I'm not upset about it. I just thought it was interesting. Printing errors. They're always kind of interesting to look at. The cover of issue 1, I don't like nearly as much as the cover of the graphic novel. Because you can really see like the little boy's, his personality coming out. She's all worried and trying to keep an eye out for things. And he's just like, ooh, toy. Well, you know what? You can get... It's very similar here, too. I guess I just prefer the cover artist on this one, who was Drew Moss with colors from K. Michael Russell. Good job on that. I'm guessing Jeff McComsky did the cover art here himself. Does it say anywhere? Well, he's the only name on the book, so I'm just going to go with that thought. Anyway, this cover, though, really has that sense of dread. Look at this. Oh, let me change the angle a little bit, maybe like that. Stupid glare. Stupid glare. That's what I get for opening up my curtains, right? Snowbound Showdown. Like, these titles are... makes me very much think of, like, 80s Marvel. So they have a confrontation. We're not going to read it. But they come to terms, basically. And we're not going to flip through too much here. But this is a great moment that I wanted to share. Actually, I need to go back to the previous page. My bad. Because the boy's having a bad day. Too much experience with childcare? Not really, do you? It's been a while. He's crying. Here. So, being a guy, he immediately checks. Like, okay. Did he poop his pants? Nope. He's hungry, just like everybody else. Including Brunhilde. Cute little dog. See, I told you it's good. There's some really great character building moments. Like, the zombie stuff is really kind of secondary to me when I'm reading this. I really enjoyed the interaction between the German officer, the Russian sniper, and then seeing the personality of the dog come out, because Brunhilde is a very loyal animal, and then the little boy. We get like the history of what was going on. High Command started issuing weird orders. General Paulus leaves. Everything goes straight, to pot. The end. Then they're coming to a deal like, hey, you can stay in my place for the winter, then you got to go somewhere else. Great. How do we get there? Gee, I don't know. We don't have supplies, do we? Then he's like, food is scarce out there. And he's got like every gun in the world. It's awesome. Also, this ad for Doppelganger is really good in the grayscale. I really like the ad. Alright, so I'm not going to try to give too much of this away, but there's some moments in issue 3 that I just have to show off because they're some of my favorite bits in the book. So they're getting ready to make their escape. Like the little boy, he's kind of sleepy. He's like, oh man, what's going on? They're making their move. And yeah, here we go. Like little boy, like people are like they're shooting. There's violence. Little boy, he's just having like a fun time. Ja, we are coming, Hildy. Where's the? Yeah, this is pretty good. Like, so little boy, there's like violence going on. He's like, woo! Then here, explosions all around. Woo! He's really loving it. Then she makes this jump. Hang on, little one. Boom. I love it. You sold me on the book. I love it. We're done. That's all I'm going to show. If you want to see the rest of the plot, you need to read it yourself. But there's great character interactions. The two grown-up characters, her and Major, I think it was Major Steiner, they have great interactions together. The little boy has a ton of personality. The dog's great. There's one bit at the end where the dog like rescues the little boy's toy. Now, the graphic novel, at least the edition I have, look at all that glare. At least the edition I have has some back matter that's not in the floppy issues. We get like the sniper's backstory. She was a ballerina. And we get like the little boy's story. Don't really care for the art in this one. He looks a lot older here than he does in the story proper. And I think it's just the way his face is drawn. But there's his little rabbit. That's why I flipped here. And there's his mom. And she's, telling him the stuff he needs to do to try to survive. Of course, he's a little boy. He doesn't really understand. She calls him Peanut. It's absolutely adorable. I loved it. Mother Russia, this is the second time I've read the graphic novel, but I hadn't flipped through the floppy issues until last night. Which seems kind of silly, but it's also the truth. Moments ago, they were enemies. Now they fight together against the greatest undead evil in the world. Oh, this is good overwrought stuff. I love Mother Russia, whether you get it in graphic novel form, or you get it here in floppies. It's a great story. It's great fun. I kind of like the floppies because they're bigger. I guess I should show that off. The graphic novel is nice and compact, and it's easy to read. But it's not as big. The art here... Let me just whack my phone. The art here, is a little bit bigger. And I saw things flipping through the floppy that I hadn't noticed looking in the graphic novel. At least it feels bigger. Maybe that's actually the same size and I'm just like an idiot and didn't notice. I don't know. But there you go. The graphic novel has some stuff in the back that's not in the floppies. The floppies have a great form factor. Plus they're only $1.50 each. So for $4.50, you're getting the same amount of comic as the graphic novel costs $12. Both are great buys for different reasons. So just get it in the package you like. But you should definitely get it. Going into this, I thought I was all zombied out. And then for whatever reason, I just picked up the graphic novel and started reading it. And I was like, I'm not all zombied out. I think I'm just like zombie anthologied out. Getting an actual solid story changed everything. It was great. Here, let me show the Alterna Comics bag right there, because Peter Simeti loves sending these out. If you order enough stuff, he just throws one in. I'll see you all next time. This is a definite buy. $4.50, $12. Let me actually show the things I'm touching. $4.50, $12, whichever you like. I recommend reading it. Check it out. I try not to show too much or spoil too much, because it's worth reading on your own. Bye-bye.